Television is an important entertainment source. It is the typical go-to for people seeking either entertainment or information. People of all ages watch television to gratify their needs, to be informed, educated, or entertained.
Help yourself to a new channel. Say, and right on a silver platter, too.
Thanks. I don't mind if I do. When that new ultra-high frequency channel comes in, I want it on my television set. Don't you? Well, that's why that it's really the smart thing to do to get a new Westinghouse television set, because only Westinghouse offers you this little plug-in receptor for UHF. Now, let me ask you something. When was the last time you plugged in a lamp cord or maybe an electric iron? Easy, wasn't it? Well, this is just as easy. You just plug in the little receptor, just like that, and presto, you have a new station.
But with generational changes came other changes as well. Not only has programming changed over time, but the way in which people watch TV has become a different process. What used to be a family pastime has now become a more individualized experience. But how? Using communication theorist James Carey's concepts of cultural communication, we will examine how the introduction of the digital video recording, or DVR, has changed both the ritual and the transmission of how the media audience watches television. James Carey was a leading communications theorist in the latter part of the 20th century. His work focused on American ideals, that people have values and their communication does not reflect reality, but it also creates it. In his 1989 publication, Communication is Culture, Carey stated that there are only two perspectives of communication, transmissional and ritualistic. Transmissional refers to how information is transmitted or sent from one person or place to another. This could be getting your news from a television set or having a conversation with someone through text messaging. Ritualistic refers to how an action is typically practiced or carried out. Just as how information is transmitted can change over time, so can the ritual itself. To explain the profound impact that advancing technologies can have on communication, Carey looked at the telegraph. The telegraph changed the way that people viewed communication because before then, people had to be in the same place at the same time. Other than that, the only way to communicate was by mail, which took days and sometimes even weeks. The invention of the telegraph eliminated the time-space difference since people didn't have to be together to transmit information. Therefore, the ritual changed. Now let's take the same idea and apply it to a more modern technology, the DVR. Like the telegraph, the DVR has also changed our understanding of time and space, but in a different way. The DVR allows users to pause, rewind, record, and re-watch television shows. It has transformed the way people watch TV because they are no longer having to schedule their day around a show they want to watch. Because DVRs give viewers the freedom to watch shows whenever they want, some people feel that it is making the viewing experience much more individualized. Since people can watch what they want when they want, the act of watching television is no longer an activity that people do together, simply because they don't have to. To demonstrate how this applies to the modern television viewers, we turned to them and asked a few questions.
Yes, I do. I record quite a bit of shows on recording.
I do record television shows.
I usually record a lot of the shows that I can't watch in general, like usually Walking Dead, Sons of Anarchy, just a lot of the shows that are continuous series, so yeah.
I usually use the Comcast recorder. I've shows I would watch is something that I can't really obtain. Would probably like the Grammys and stuff, or like specials, or like X Factor when like they don't have any recordings or like reruns or anything. The downfall of watching a recorded show is probably there's spoilers, that people already watch when they watch the one that already aired on the network?
It depends on the show. If it's something like, I mean, obviously if I'm watching the Bruins, I want to watch the Bruins live. It really doesn't make any sense to watch that later on.
It really depends. I'll watch TV by myself, but sometimes I like the whole group atmosphere of where we can all laugh at something, or if there's something scary going on, somebody can make fun of something, so I'm not petrified in the corner. So I usually do like it, watching it by myself as well as with people.
I usually watch it by myself when I record TV shows, because I don't want people to talk to me and I just want to watch the show.
I find that it's much more convenient to watch recorded television. Like I said, with having papers being shows later on in the day.
The benefits are you can fast forward, you can stop, you can rewind. So it's basically whatever you want to do when you record a show. I wait, I would say within the week, if I have free time, to watch it whenever I can, usually during the nighttime.
I'd probably have to find another outlet in order to watch my show. I'd probably go to my friend's house to watch the recorded show. Or I have Comcast, so I would look on demand as well, but I like having it on the DVR. Television definitely has changed since the DVR was invented. I mean, people now can watch it anytime that they want, whenever or wherever they are. You basically, before when we were in the 90s and when we were kids, it was very difficult. We would all sit down in the living room or wherever the family room was, and we would watch the television show together. But now that DVR has come, we can all watch it by ourselves or with a group, or it's definitely changed the perspective of family.
So as you can see, the introduction of the DVR has done a great service to the audience by allowing them more freedom with when, where, and how they watch television. But how do advertisers sell the product? Using Carey's transmissional and ritualistic approach to communication, we looked at how advertisers promote the ability to record and rewatch television. Let's start by watching advertisements for Xfinity, Cox, and TiVo. While watching, keep in mind the tactics being used to make the products more appealing, specifically why one product is better and different from the other.
This is your living room, and so is this. This is season 1, and 2, and 3. This is the big game, and the big moment. This is getting caught up. This is Xfinity TV. This is easy. This is simple. This is awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Dad, I notice when you stay with us, you never record any of your TV shows.
Well, honey, he doesn't want to be a recorder hoarder.
Rita.
He doesn't want to take up all the space on your taper thingy.
Rita, it's fine.
Look, it's not a problem. The Cox Whole Home DVR has up to 6 times more program storage than a standard DVR.
6 times?
He's impressed. You've impressed your father.
What? 6 times the storage. I told you he was a smart boy.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Call now and switch to Cox today.
We will have an analysis for the TiVo commercial. When you are watching, pay attention to what tactics are used. Humor, benefits, celebrity.
Check it out, Mr. TiVo. While you watch that, your TiVo box can stream a different show onto my iPad.
Pretty slick.
And only TiVo Stream lets you take your recorded cable shows with you on your road games.
I love it.
Passes shows like you pass footballs, except this is way better.
Oh, really?
Hey, lots of people throw footballs. Only TiVo does this. Don't let it get in your dome, dude.
TiVo makes TV about 1,000 times better.
Available at TiVo.com or these fine retailers.
This 2012 ad features Tim Tebow, a quarterback for the New York Jets. In the commercial, Tebow and two young kids are sitting around watching a football game. The little girl shows Tebow that while he's watching a football game on TV, she can watch a different show on her iPad through the TiVo box. She can bring recorded shows with her wherever she goes. The girl is the narrator, the voice of TiVo. She's the one who explains what product TiVo is trying to sell and all the cool things that it can do. TiVo gives viewers a lot of freedom by allowing them to record shows, watch television at their leisure, and pause and rewind live television. But this new feature of TiVo allows even more viewing freedom by offering streaming to tablets. This technology is even newer because now people can watch TV on electronics other than on an actual TV set. This means that the ritual has changed too, because people can bring TV with them wherever they please, therefore completely changing the concept of having a living room. It's almost as if you can take your living room with you. In conclusion, we've gone over how evolving technology, specifically the DVR, has changed how people watch television and how that relates to James Cary's transmissional model of communication. Inventions and progressions in television technology, like the creation of more channels, the remote control, VHS, and the DVR, all serve to take some power away from the TV stations and place it in the hands of the viewers, therefore changing the ritual of how people watch television.